Before we get started, let's check out the links in my description. We all want nice things. We want the car, we want a house, we want a high limit credit card. But if you don't have at least a 680 credit score, you're not even in the game. So click this link here to know where you stand and get your free credit scores from all three bureaus. That will be Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And also get your reports. If you would like to be free and become financially independent through entrepreneurship, click this link here to be free. If you'd like to get cash back, which is a discount during shopping, please click this link here to see my favorite cashback sites. And if you enjoy the music you hear in the background, please click the link here and subscribe to It's Oasis. Hello everyone, welcome back to Community Wealth. Today I want to go over my weekly earnings, which came out to be $661 and some change. But before we get into that, if you would like to know your FICO scores and what's in your reports from all three bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, click the credit monitoring link in the description below. If you would like to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your time utilizing your vehicle, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. If you don't have a car or you don't want to use your own, you click the Wealth HyreCar link in the description below and still make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your time along with the Wealth Dasher. If you would like to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500, click the Be Free link in the description below, then click Sign Up. If you would like to get cash back while shopping online, click the Cash Back link in the description below. And lastly, since this is what this video is about, which is Walmart Spark, when you would like to drive for Walmart Spark, click the Spark Driver Wealth link in the description below. Now let's get to it. Here, you see from March 14th to March 21st, I made $661.43. All right, you can see it as my breakdown here per week. This is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th week. All right, you see last week, you see the video I did before, 607.49, 771.51 before that, 748.08, 542.46, 269.45, and 359.78 as my first week. Right, but this is my 7th week at 661.43. Monday, this is actually my daily delivery fees plus Sunday's rollover tips. Okay, so I got the rollover tips from Sunday on Monday and my Monday delivery fees. Okay, so it came to $157.69. I didn't go out this day. I don't know if it was raining or whatever the situation was, but I didn't go out. But this is just tips here. Okay, these are tips. I have $42 in tips. This right here, I believe these are just delivery fees. I didn't do many deliveries this day. I believe that's the case. Okay, so it came to $48.84, $78.63. These are tips and delivery fees. $70.42. The same thing, tips and delivery fees. And this was on a Friday. So from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you see it's heavily fluctuating. Now again, if you have your delivery fees and you didn't do anything the day before, you're not going to get tips on top of the delivery fees, because remember, your tips go on in the next 24 hours, okay? Or I should say the next day. So I guess it'll be the next 24 hours or whatever. So here we have $78.63 again. This was on the Thursday. This was the tips this day plus delivery fees. All right, same thing here. Tips plus delivery fees. You can see this wasn't a great week. I believe this is the week I actually went to I went to another zone. My first time going to another zone. I believe that was this week. But that turned out to be not a great experience. But that day I only made like $51 or $53 or something like that. That day I went to another zone. So I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna stay in my zone, because I can make that in 2 trips in my zone. You know what I mean? So anyway, and I figured that zone would be great because that zone is a hot area as far as business concerned. It's right around the Legoland and Peppa Pig Park. You know, it's a bunch of hotels around there. It's has a greater population than my area. You know what I'm saying? And it's a busy main vein over there, main street. It's very busy over there. I mean, we talking about a traffic jam on that main street. So it was kind of interesting to see that I didn't make a lot in that zone. On top of, it's 2 Walmarts over there. The first Walmart I went to, it wasn't even nothing happened. I sat there for 2 hours and I didn't get anything. All right, and it actually looked like a ghost town at that Walmart on that side where the delivery at, where the pickup is at. Because that Walmart is actually pretty busy. The first one I went to. So the second one I went to, that's even busier, but the pickup area is right in the middle of the parking lot. I don't like that. I mean, it was too congested. And that Walmart, I was gonna get into it, but they didn't really know what they were doing. I mean, I would say they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't care about what they were doing. I mean, they was even pushing the basket out to me. I had to load my own car. I was like, hold on, y'all supposed to be loading this for me. You know what I mean? I don't mind helping loading, but you push your cart out and say, here you go, and then walk off. That was crazy. That never happened to me before. But anyway, so 7042 for Friday. I believe that was this Tuesday. Was that Tuesday? I think that was this day. That's probably why it's so low. Maybe I did go up that day, and this the day I made $53 with tips. So maybe this was that day, because I started on a Tuesday when I went to that Walmart over there in that other zone. So maybe this is it. Maybe this was the day. So maybe I did go out and I went to that bogus area and I ended up only making $53. So anyway. So then here we go. $100.36 on a Saturday with 35 cents. So that's what Saturday delivery fee plus Friday's tips. And $163.50. This day, I believe this was the first day I made $200. I believe it's the first day I made $200 in one day. I think it was 201. Now the thing about me making $200 that one day is the fact that it was a tip I had on there. I had a $30 tip. It was a 2-stop trip, and I had a $30 tip. Once I delivered it, one of the people took that tip off. All right, they took the tip off. So I'm gonna do a video about that. I call those fake tips, where they put a tip on there. They put a big tip on there to get you to deliver the order. That mainly happen when you have a lot of items. All right, so we have a lot of items, and the delivery fee is maybe like $10 or something like that. They'll put a big tip on there so you can go ahead and snatch that trip. So now you can go and snatch that trip and snatch that order. You go and drop that order off. They take their tip back. So that's what happened. I had a $15 tip. Next thing you know, I had no tip for that particular order. The other order left the $15 tip on there, but the second one or the first, whichever one it was, I believe it was the first drop. So the first order, I believe, took their tip back. The second one did not. And I actually reported that, because that's not fair to me. I do all this work and then you take that tip back. So that's not fair to me. So I reported that. I don't know what came of that at all. I don't know if they kicked them off the app or whatever, but I also had a situation where I believe they gave, well, not I believe, this is what actually happened. I think I spoke about this. I had an order. I picked up the order. They actually put it in my car. All right, they put it in my SUV. They put it in there. I had the items in my SUV. It was like a $16 order. It was one trip. Now, as I'm sitting there waiting for the time for me to go ahead and check in, because I got to check in 5 minutes before the pickup time, I could check in. So I was going to wait till check in. My check-in time is 45, so I was waiting for 40. It was maybe like 36. All right, 36 minutes of time. So if it was like 9:36, that was so I'm saying 9:36. So it was like 36. All right, 4 minutes before 40, they canceled my order. So I'm thinking, okay, they canceled my order, whatever, what's going on? So another driver pulls up. Next thing you know, they're taking the order out of my truck and they're putting it in his truck. So he got my order now. So he canceled it for me and gave it to him. So that was kind of, that just tripped me out. So I called about that too. I still haven't heard anything about that. So I'm going to check that out and see why my order was canceled and given to this guy. So anyway, that's another situation. So I called customer service quite a bit. I should say I called driver support quite a bit. And I would say 50% of the time they're helpful. The other 50% it's just like, what am I calling you for? All right. So that's pretty much what's going on with that. So anyway, that's my earnings for the week. It was $661.43. I'll go into the regular screen. So this is the graph screen. So I'm going to the regular screen so you can see what's happening there. So you see here, it was the same thing, 661.43. Here the daily, 157.69, $42, 48.84, 78.63, 70.42, $100.35, 163.50. Okay, so let's go into the tips. Here I am, 661.43. You can see the same daily pay, 157.69, 42, 48.84, 78.63, 70.42, 135, 163.50, and you can see the tips, $261. So I made $400.43 in delivery fees and tips of $261. So that's it for that. I hope this helped you out. I hope this motivates you to go ahead and get started with Spark, or you can do DoorDash. Remember, you can do both. I do both sometimes. So you can click the Wealth Dasher link, get started with DoorDash, and you can click the Spark Driver Wealth link, all right, to get started with Walmart Spark, all right? So thanks for watching. If you would like to know your FICO scores and what's on your reports from all three bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, click the credit monitoring link in the description below. If you would like to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week utilizing your vehicle on your own time, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. If you don't have a vehicle or you don't want to use your own vehicle, then click the Wealth HyreCar link in the description below. And that way you can hire a car and use that vehicle to then Wealth Dash and make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your own time. If you want to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500, click the Be Free link in the description below. If you'd like to get cash back while shopping online, click the cash back link in the description below. Like, share the video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to It's Oasis, and until the next video, let's get this money.